Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel. Well, Jerry Seinfeld is going to stick up for New York. He says, so you think New York is dead? Well, it's not. As my friends on the left like to say so very much, without evidence. Jerry Seinfeld says, so you think New York is dead? It's not. Without evidence. Now, you may be familiar with this article that was written, let's see, about a week or so ago. Got heavy play from Rush Limbaugh, as well as a few internet people. Tim Pool picked it up big time. If you got Tim Pool and you got Rush Limbaugh, that's a pretty good spread of the demographic across America. And it says, New York City is dead forever. Here's why. And in it, he says, I love New York City. When I first moved to New York City, it was a dream come true. Every corner was like a theater production happening right in front of me. So much personality, so many stories. Then he goes on to say, and I'm going to compare this to what Seinfeld says about New York. Every subculture I loved was in New York City. I could play chess all day and night. I could go to comedy clubs. I could start any type of business. I could meet people. I had family, friends, opportunities. No matter what happened to me, New York City was a net I could fall back on and bounce back up. Now that's a bunch of examples that are concrete. Are you saying the net is concrete? If you're not careful. Okay. It says, I could go to comedy clubs. Bam, that's reality. You can check that. That's verifiable. I could start any type of business. That's kind of amazing to say about New York, actually. I could meet people. That's pretty much true anywhere there's human beings. I had family. Okay, check. You can verify that. Friends. Again, that's personal. And opportunities. That's pretty much anywhere, too. Now let's see how Seinfeld, who's sticking up for New York, how he describes New York. When I got my first apartment in Manhattan in the hot summer of 1976, there was no pooper scooper law, and the streets were covered in dog crap. So there you go. One guy goes there and sees it as a rainbow, and another guy who's going to defend it because, hey, I want to live in a town that's covered in dog poo. And he says, Seinfeld says, I signed my rental agreement, walked outside, my car had been towed. I still thought, this is the greatest place I'd ever been. So he's praising dog crap. He's praising having his vehicle towed, but it's still a perfect place. Which guy are you going to rely on better for who really loves New York? This guy that lays out the beauty of New York, or this guy that's like, oh no, even in the underbelly it's awesome? Dude, no, it's really not. Consider this from a salesman point of view. Who are you going to buy the car from? Hey, I got a car for you. It's good. Yeah, it smells like crap, but and it might even get towed, but it's all good. And the other guy, you can take this car and you can drive to see your friends. You can drive to see your family. You can even stop by the park and play chess. Which salesman do you want? Manhattan is an island off the coast of America. Are we part of the United States? Kind of. There's that elite leftism we all love so much. And this is one of the toughest times we've had in quite a while. Yeah, do you think? But one thing I know for sure, the last thing we need in the thick of so many challenges is some putz on LinkedIn wailing and whimpering, everybody's gone, I want 2019 back. And then he unleashes on insult after insult after insult and not a single piece of data to back up that New York will come back. He just keeps saying, oh no, human energy means we're all going to come back. It's a hypothesis, but it's not very good data. And he keeps insulting him, saying now, oh, you deserve to be in Florida now where it's all slow and old people. Okay? It's just insult after insult. And nothing. He even insults the club that the guy owns because it turns out Seinfeld has done comedy there a few times. Well, I don't know if he's done comedy, but he stood on the stage and said words. Okay, so this stupid virus will eventually give up the same way you have. We're going to keep going with New York City if that's all right with you. And it sure as heck will be back because of all the real tough New Yorkers. Yeah, the ones who enjoy dog fecal matter all over the place and their cars being towed. All right with you. And the same, because all the real tough New Yorkers will be back, unlike you, who loved it and understood it, and you stayed and rebuilt it. See ya at the club. There's nothing in here, this article's teeny because the other one is huge. But it's huge because it goes over all of the data points of how New York has died. Not in the future, how it has died. He listed, bam, 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 bam. Look, see? Business, culture, food. And then he does a big diatribe on each one, listing actual data. And what does Seinfeld have? No, because we say so, because we like dog fecal matter, and because we said so, without evidence. But you know, he still thinks that New York isn't a part of America. Well, dude, when you pay your taxes, and you pay them to the feds, I'm pretty sure you're paying them to America. I know you think you pay more than you should. I don't know, maybe not, he's a lefty. But the idea being, he has nothing to support his case. Nothing. Without evidence, Jerry Seinfeld says, so think New York is dead? Yeah, we kind of do, because we have all the data to look at it. And we'll see you in the future.